What's up, guys? So if you didn't watch the crash video, the link is the top link in the description. Check it out because I'm about to explain what exactly happened, why it went down, and why it was nobody's fault. Not even my fault, really. So what happened was, which the camera didn't get, is coming into the corner at a mini bike right behind me, and they are faster in the corners. They also take different lines than a Supermoto. So what happened was, at that point in the corner, I start actually going up on the track to come back to get the next corner, and he, at that point, dives into the corner. By the time I saw him diving, I was starting to go up, and I was already in his blind spot. And to avoid hitting him, I tried turning sharper, which my front tire couldn't handle the grip, and I went down. That's what happened. It wasn't his fault, it wasn't my fault, more my tires. So it happened, it sucks, but it's what happens when you have two different bikes taking two different lines. I mean, it sucks, but it is what it is. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about why you should be getting MVD gear. And why it saved my skin, really. But, so the only damage that happened to the bike was the handguard. As you saw in the video and heard in the video, the bike ended up on top of me. I don't know how. Don't ask me how. I have no idea. Low side crash. Somehow the bike ended up on top of me. But right there, and this little scrapage on the brake lever is the only thing that happened to the bike. It did look like I hit my helmet on the ground, but just some scrapage up on the peak here, and that's it. Everything's fine. The helmet, no need to replace it. So, good. Now for the fantastic MVD gear that I keep preaching on. So, the gloves held up really well. The only thing, they're leather, but a couple, you can obviously see I scraped on the ground. Some stitching came up and a little rip right here. Other than that, they held up extremely well. This glove, it's a glove where my pinky got all scraped up. The side that took the brunt of the crash. Some scrape on the knuckles. No seam rip. Leather in the palm is peeled up a little bit, but other than that, as you can tell, it is still in one piece in great condition. Ignore this. This was a little defect. I actually got new gloves. Replacement. MVD was awesome enough to send me some new gloves after this happened. But this did not happen in the crash. The jacket, glad I was wearing the jacket, not the jersey. The only thing that happened to the jacket was this elbow. As you can see, there is extremely minimal damage to the actual jacket itself. Just some minor scraping. Really, that's it. Everything was covered. I mean, I don't really see anything else jacket-wise besides some asphalt burn right there, or really just like the asphalt stain. But the jacket held up really well. Padding protected my elbow really well and held together, so definitely looking to get a jacket. The pants, again, took the brunt of the damage. This leg, mostly. This right here is just from wear and tear, from pinching the bike and going in the dirt. Right here is asphalt. As you can tell, it held up extremely well. It just live to fight another day. I don't even need to replace these or get them fixed. They're perfect. Scrapage right there, barely. And then up here, asphalt burn. You can tell right there's on the asphalt. But all in all, this is the side that hit. You can tell it's in great shape and can still be ridden with. There's no reason to ever replace these right now. And that's after a crash. So I keep preaching on the fact that you should get MVD gear when you race Supermoto. I made a review about it because it's the best gear you can get that's meant for Supermoto. I went down hard on the asphalt, and as you can tell, they're perfect. There's nothing wrong with them, really. There's the gloves I wouldn't wear again, but they're not that expensive, and I have a second pair, so I'm not worried about it. Helmet's fine. Normally, if you do smack your head on the pavement, you replace the helmet. Luckily, I didn't, and the helmet is perfect, so I replaced that. And the jacket, again, is still perfect. So why aren't you getting MVD gear is a question. I see guys out there riding with motocross gear, and if this was motocross gear, it'd be done. There's no reason not to do it. So to get yourself some MVD gear, go to clutchindustries.com. If you're in the US, go to clutchindustries.com. And if you are outside the US, check out mvdracewear.com. I will put the links in the description. Really good company to deal with. Clutch is the US and Canada distributor for MVD, and MVD Racewear deals to anybody in Europe and around the world. So check them out and get yourself some MVD gear because it is worth the money. It has lasted me a long time and a crash now. I can finally show how it holds up in a crash. So definitely go check it out, go buy some, and be safe out there. I'm fine. The handguard's being sent off to the powder coater. He's going to do some metal work to it, get away with the scraping and re-powder coat it, so it'll be nice and new. Nothing else on the bike is damaged, thankfully. The front slider did get a little bit, that's what it's there for. Glad it was there because it did hit the ground. So, but that's it. Glad I'm okay, and look forward to getting back out there hopefully next week. See ya.